Hi friends, it's Ms. Suzie with Stories and Such. Our book for this week is From A to Z, A Life of Glee. Glee means fun and happy and positive. It's written by Jason Kutasi and illustrated by Coralie Mousse or Mouche. I'm not sure about how to do the last names. I want to show you a page that you will see in lots of books. It should be in every single one. It's called the copyright page. It also has information. And you can see that there was written in this year, 2020, April of 2020. So this is information about publishing and how the book was all put together and the different information. Another page, sometimes you'll see at the front of the book, it may explain what the book is about or have information. This book is about our ABCs, our alphabet, and it's going to be some names, and you might recognize some of the names of people. So if you keep your eyes and ears open, you might recognize your name or someone else's. This is a story about a little girl, Sarah Glee, and her 26 friends with names from A to Z. So get on board the silly alphabet ride with your new alphabet friends who'll teach you to be happy inside. From Amber to Zach, don't forget Ellen and Steve. They'll be your friends too, whenever you need. A is for Amber. Amber wants to be an astronaut and fly among the stars. She'll be the first human to live on the planet Mars. B is for Becky. Becky's cat Tiger is now stuck up in a tree after chasing chubby squirrels like every cat in history. C is for Chris. Chris recites his lines, bent down on one knee, looking back at the world's only whistling tree. Chris must be in a play. Some people call that theater. Theater can be dramatic, sad, happy, comical. I wonder what letter comes next. D! D is for David. David screams a Halloween boo! Still scary after stepping in some stinky dog dew. Ooh, my goodness gracious. I think I know why they use that word. Are you hearing something with your ears? That's called rhyming, when the words sound similar. So if we look at this page, we'll see boo and do. Boo, do, boo, do. So they're coming up with a rhyming situation when they're explaining the fun activity. So some of these might be silly. E is for Ellen. I have a friend named Ellen. Ellen's friends know her as a master baker. One day she'll be famous as a great cookie maker. Man, that would be great to have some friends that make cookies. Oh, I could eat cookies every day. I could. I like chocolate chip cookies, and I also like molasses cookies. What's your favorite cookie? F is for Fran. Fran jumped on the table, getting food all over the place. Pizzas were flying high in the sky, and Fred even gets a pie in his face. Huh. I like pizza too. My goodness. That could be quite the mess to have to clean up. But it's fun. E. Oops, I went backwards. Sorry. Next one's G. We all make mistakes. G is for Garrett. A dreaded pirate Garrett. He looks out for the weekend, so much cake on the horizon, so many birthdays to attend. Look at, we have floating cakes. Look at that. That is sort of silly, but sure it would be fun. The next letter I know is H. H. H is for Haley. Haley loves to get hugs, as all little children do, but she also knows that moms and dads need hugs too. There might be other family members that would appreciate a hug. Remember, Sarah Glee is our positive person. We're looking for positive, kind, helpful, and nice, fun activities. I is for Irene. Irene stands up to give a mighty speech. A speech. You have to give a speech. And the speech is about how you help to clean up the beach. We got speech and beach. When you're out in nature, you do have to be careful. Make sure to clean up. If you go to the state park, that's called pack in and pack out. What you bring in, you have to take back out. Leave nothing but footprints. J is for Jason. Jason hold his breath while diving deep into the ocean, swimming with the whales and copying the big tail motion. We have ocean and motion. Oh, I have to breathe again, my goodness. I wonder what the next letter is. Are you thinking about your name? K is for Christine. Christine's froggy umbrella blocks the rain from the sky, helping her little brother to make it to school nice and dry. Did you hear the rhyming words? That's a cute umbrella. L is for Luke. Luke shouts, "Ah!" at the top of his lungs as the roller coaster rattles across the rickety rungs. My goodness, that looks like fun. It looks awfully high. That's pretty tall. I might actually get a little bit scared. M is for Michael. Michael splashes bubbles high into the air. His birds, yes, you heard it, birds. His birds don't do dishes. That's silly. But Michael doesn't care. Air and care. Birds doing dishes, my goodness. Remember, I said some of these are going to be really silly because we are looking at the rhyming words too. Fun and silly. Full of glee. N is for Nicole. Nicole wants to be a very famous actress. Just don't tell her that she's going to need 100 years of practice. We have a number on this page too. There's 100 years. So we have the number up there and we have our alphabet as well. Fun to put on all those nifty costumes and pretend to be a different part. Pretend to be a different person. O is for Owen. Owen winds up for a speeding curveball. The umpire yells, "Strike!" The game's winning call. So we have curveball and call. Maybe some of you are on teams or part of a club. P is for Penelope. Penelope pretends to be a magical unicorn. Maybe she's a big pink pony with one long horn. Q is for Quinn. Quinn forgets about school, floating in a warm bubble bath. Doesn't care about homework, not history, not math. Bubble baths can be very relaxing and fun. It's also fun to put some toys in there. You can pretend you're in the sea, the ocean, or the lake. R is for Ricky. Ricky holds the door open and gets a pinch on the cheeks. It's from his grandma. He smiles politely. "Hi, Grandma. You're antique." Antique means old. Cheeks and antique. This is clever. This is clever. My letter's coming up. I hope you know my letter. My letter is S for Suzie. In this book, it's S for Steve. Steve is a man's man. He likes to camp and sleep among the rocks. When he hikes without shoes on, it makes for lots of dirty socks. So we have rocks and socks as our words. I would think that might be dangerous too, and painful. T is for Tammy. Tammy is a tomboy and collects jumping frogs. It's her parents' fault because they said no more dogs. So instead of dogs, collecting frogs. U is for Ursula. Ursula's long leopard legs make her really fast. Little Penny is now the best hand raiser in class. We're going to do this one again because this is a little bit interesting, a little bit different. If you see that there is the mirror there, and we have Ursula with the really long legs, and then we have Penny with the really long arms. Now, this reminds me of a mirror that you might see in a carnival or maybe at a county fair. So I'm going to read this one again. U is for Ursula. Ursula's long leopard legs make her really fast. Little Penny is now the best hand raiser in class. Remember, some of these are a bit silly because we're trying to do some rhyming words. I hope you're having fun. V is for Victoria. Victoria's vision board shows a plan for her life. She will be a world-famous scientist, mom, and wife. I have friends who have a vision board. You're thinking about the future, what you might like to do, what you might like to be, something you have planned that's coming up. Next letter, we've got W. W is for Winnie. Now I'm going to ask you to listen really close. Winnie's hair whips whimsically in the winter wind briskly, while Winnie's dog, Willie, wags his wiggly tail wildly. Lots of W's. I'm going to show the page. That's called alliteration. When you have all kinds of letters that are the same. W, 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 W. Some people would call those like tongue twisters. X is for Xavier. Xavier rocks out as the leader of the band. The bang of the drums, louder than a yellow cat can stand. So rocking out to the music, to the band. Band and stand. Look at that little cat. Band and stand. Y is for Yasmin. Yasmin and friends share an elephant ride, sliding down a purple trunk, a.k.a. elephant slide, a.k.a. also known as, another name for it, elephant slide. So we got an abbreviation on that page, a.k.a. Do you know the next letter? I'll give you a hint. It's the last letter. The 26th letter. I bet you know. Z! Z is for Zach. Zach Z's like a zombie. He doesn't have school today. It's Saturday after all. It's going to be a great day. I used to wait for Saturday and Sunday when I was going to school. We're not done yet. Got an ending page here. Your future is made of wishes, hopes, and dreams. Life isn't so bad. It's not as hard as it seems. So remember, we were talking about things that were fun, interesting, sort of silly, goofy, happy, full of glee. Now, I'm going to turn to one of my favorite pages. I bet you can guess. I guess you can guess. S for Susie, but in this book it's S for Stephen. And I'm going to have a little art activity to go along, so you could try to make your own page for your own name. So I'm going to use my name, and if you look at the page in the book, we have S for Stephen, so the capital S, the first letter. S is for Steve or Stephen, and then repeat the name again. Stephen is blah, 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 blah. This explains something he likes to do. And then we have the two rhyming words, rocks and socks. Now, feel free to pause anytime through this, but I'm going to give more details right now. So, any kind of color crayons, and you know I like markers, so I used my markers for this. I selected 3 different colors. You make it your own, whatever colors you want to do. And this is the basic layout. So whatever your name is, my name is Suzie, so I start with the letter S. S is for Suzie. And then you repeat your name again, Suzie, blah, blah, blah. So whatever you like to do, want to do, something interesting, you explain it or describe it. And then you include 2 of the rhyming words, the words that sound similar. So this is the basic layout. If you need some help from another person, that's perfectly fine. And remember, you can always make this your own. So however you wish to change it, perfectly fine. So I'm going to show the example I did for myself. It's not going to surprise you. It says S is for Suzie. So there's my big S, and my name is Suzie. And then it says, Suzie loves to read stories aloud. I enjoy reading stories to my friends. She's always hoping for a great big crowd. So the capital S for Suzie, I chose my favorite color to highlight those words. So S is for Suzie, blue, Suzie, stories, blue. Suzie loves to read stories aloud, and then these 2 words are the ones that rhyme, aloud and crowd. She's always hoping for a great big crowd. So these rhyme and sound similar, and then you just sort of explain the fun little thing, and it can be silly. It can be silly. The whole idea is to sort of have happy, fun, gleeful. So I'm going to read it again. S is for Suzie. Suzie loves to read stories aloud. She's always hoping for a great big crowd. And then I drew my little picture. So there's me, Ms. Suzie, and all my friends. Yay! This is fun. Shh, be quiet. And then if you think about the book, we had 1 page with words, and then there was another page with the picture. You could do it for all the members of your family, for your friends. You could do your own book with all 26 letters. Man, that would be quite the project. And you could put all kinds of different colors. I just stuck with 3, but you can make it your own. Please make it your own. So S for Suzie and stories and such. It was wonderful spending time with you, and I hope to see you again. Enjoy and have a fantastic day, everybody. Take care.